All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to map out the entire life cycle of being in a fraternity. I'm talking from that very first lonely night on campus all the way to the lifelong impact it has. It's a journey we can really break down into 9 distinct levels, starting right at the beginning.
And it all starts right here. Picture this. Your parents just drove off. You're standing in a dorm room that feels totally foreign, surrounded by a sea of strangers. That feeling, that initial quiet sense of being completely and utterly alone, that's the real starting line for this whole story.
And that feeling? Well, it puts you squarely at level 1, the outsider. You're literally on the outside looking in, just trying to figure out the social landscape of this new world you've been dropped into.
Now, this slide really gets to the heart of it. What you see are these groups of guys who look like they have it all figured out, right? They all know each other, they've got plans on a Tuesday night. But what you feel is this deep, sinking sense of being disconnected. You're the person eating by yourself in the dining hall, pretending to look busy on your phone. And that gap, that chasm between what you see and how you feel, is exactly what makes Greek life look so appealing.
So what actually gets you to take that first step? It's almost never some big, life-altering decision. Nah, it's usually something small. A friend mentions there's free food. An older cousin texts you and just says, "Dude, just go." It's a low-risk move that comes from a really basic need for some kind of connection. And so, you go.
And as soon as you go, you step into the next major phase of this whole thing, the price of entry. And this is a 2-part trial, really. First, you've got the performance of Rush Week, and that's followed by the ordeal of pledgeship.
Which brings us to level 2, the performance. Look, Rush Week is basically theater. You're being judged on how well you can make small talk, while the brothers are selling you this polished, perfect version of their life. They'll show you the shiny trophy case and the nice couches, but they're definitely not showing you the sketchy basement, the list of fines, or all the internal drama. And that super deep, meaningful conversation you have on the last night? Let's be real, they probably decided if you were a fit by day 2.
And then, this happens. This is level 3, the bid. An envelope slides under your door. Your heart's pounding, you open it, and you're in. You've been accepted. And in this rush of pure excitement, you sign that card without a second thought, having absolutely no idea what you've just committed yourself to. Because signing that card throws you headfirst into level 4, the gauntlet. Think of it as an 8 to 10 week pressure cooker. You're memorizing tons of random facts, you're deep cleaning bathrooms that haven't been touched in years, you're answering your phone at 2 in the morning, and it all leads up to the pure exhaustion of Hell Week. Now you have to understand there's a purpose to all this madness. This is level 5, the Forge. The whole process is designed to strip away your ego and rebuild you as part of a collective. You're exhausted, you're stressed, you're emotionally raw. And honestly, the only thing that gets you through is this blind faith that whatever is waiting for you on the other side is going to be worth it.
And then, just like that, it's over. You've made it to level 6, initiation. The very same guys who were just yelling at you are now shaking your hand, giving you a pen and calling you brother. And here's the crazy part. They mean it. It's this overwhelming wave of relief and arrival. You feel like, wow, I actually earned this. You finally belong.
Which brings us to level 7, the active brotherhood. So, you're in, you made it. But here's the thing, being an initiated brother isn't the finish line. Nope, it's the starting block for a whole new world of responsibilities.
First things first, let's talk about the part nobody really talks about, the money. Dues can easily be thousands of dollars. Every single semester. This isn't pocket change. It's the engine that keeps the lights on, pays for the house, and funds the social events. It's a serious financial commitment.
And this table just nails the reality of it all. It's 2 sides of the same coin. Yeah, for every awesome party or formal, there's a mandatory 2-hour chapter meeting. For every casual Tuesday night hangout, there's the actual work of raising money for charity, or getting a crisis phone call at 3 a.m. Or, and this is the hardest part, having to hold their own friends accountable when they mess up.
So what is brotherhood, really? At its core, it's inconvenient. It's demanding. It's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you money, it's going to cost you sleep, and yeah, sometimes it's going to cost you points on your GPA. But the trade-off is you get this incredible support system. A group of people who will pick up the phone for you at 3 a.m., no questions asked.
Eventually, you'll probably step up and take on a role, maybe rush chair or president. And that's when you hit level 8, the leader. And here's where you learn something crucial. You have to manage your peers, people you can't just fire or dock their pay. You learn how to persuade, how to motivate, how to lead without any real authority. And that is a skill you'll use for the rest of your life. That's the real education. All right, so let's zoom out now. Let's get to the final stage, what we'll call level 9, the long view. Because this whole experience, it doesn't just stop when you get your diploma. It evolves and it sticks with you for life.
This timeline really shows how that relationship changes over the years. At 18, you're a pledge with a pin. By 21, you might be on the executive board, making huge decisions for the chapter. Flash forward to 25, you could be the chapter advisor, the adult in the room. And then at 60, you become this kind of patriarch, a living piece of the chapter's history.
And when you're an advisor, you get this whole new perspective. You see the big picture. You realize that while the guys rotate out every 4 years, the system itself, the patterns, the challenges, the triumphs, they stay remarkably the same. The fraternity isn't just the people in it at any one time. It's the structure that they all pass through. And when you get to that 60-year-old alumni's perspective, the real lessons are crystal clear. It was never really about the parties. It was about learning how to show up for people when they need you. It was about learning to lead when you weren't given any official power. And maybe most importantly, it was about building something strong enough that you have someone to call 40 years down the road.
You know, if you trace it all the way back to the very beginning, to the founders, what was their original idea? It was so simple. They just wanted to belong to something. They wanted to build a thing that would outlast them. And against all the odds, it actually did.
Which brings us right back to where we started. Somewhere on a campus, right now, there's a freshman standing on a lawn, feeling totally lost, about to walk into his first Rush event. He has no clue about the cost, the challenges, or the profound ways this journey is about to shape the rest of his life. So knowing everything you know now, what would you tell him?